Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish Gaming. We are going to talk about Grand Theft Auto 6. Just how much money are you willing to pay to play GTA 6? Would you be willing to pay per month, as a lot of games have gone to live service and they're charging you per month essentially to play the game with all kinds of DLC, etc.? Or would you be willing to pay per hour? Yeah, so the CEO of Take-Two Interactive said that games should be priced per hour. Their value should be determined by the per hour number of hours, I guess, that you play the game. This is being taken to mean that they're going to charge people by the hour to play the game. Not going over very well. It's not going over very well. So we're going to talk about this. And you may not be as excited for GTA 6 after you hear what the CEO of Take-Two has to say. If you're new to the channel, please give us a sub. We do talk about gaming news. We do gameplay videos, ramping up the gameplay content as we speak, looking into some games to play to get us back on track. In the meantime, lots of game news here on Clownfish Gaming. This is coming from Gaming Bible. GTA 6 should be priced per hour value, publisher says. Take-Two CEO Strauss Zelnick isn't concerned with upsetting fandoms, as reinforced by his latest comments that video games should be priced on their per hour value, aka based on the hours of gameplay you get. So I would be completely screwed because most of the games I play are, casually or JRPGs. If I'm not playing for the channel, if I'm not playing to review something, I'm usually playing a JRPG, and some of them can go like 80, 90 hours. So I'd be completely screwed. Considering AAA games already cost between 60 to 70 pounds upon release, yeah, games are like 70, 80 bucks now. It's insane. Such a move would potentially make gaming even more expensive. This is what he said. In terms of pricing for any entertainment property, basically the algorithm is the value of the expected entertainment usage, which is to say that the per hour value times the number of expected hours plus the terminal value that's perceived by the customer in ownership of the title, or in ownership if the title is actually owned, not say rented or subscribed to. And you'll see that bears out in every kind of entertainment vehicle. By that standard, our frontline prices are still very, very low because we offer many hours of engagement. So that is kind of a worrying comment. That does not mean that they're going to charge $500 for GTA 6. But, when we've got Warner Brothers out there saying that they're going to switch over to predominantly live service games, and we've got, the bosses over at Blizzard saying that gamers are impatient and they expect too much from their games these days. Comments like this tell me that GTA will probably have some sort of like live service component to it. It's going to be like GTA Online. And they're going to try to get as much money out of players as they possibly can, for sure. And that is unfortunately the future of AAA gaming, is that it's going to be a subscription, and you're going to pay through the nose. And people are saying, well, it's not what he actually meant. He just meant that video games offer more value than, say, a movie or something like that. And I do agree to an extent. You're talking a 2-hour movie versus 30, 40, 60, 80 hours of gameplay. If you only play the game once. But it is a worrisome comment in the given the state of the industry, right? Given the state of the industry right now, where all these AAA developers are looking to maximize their profits and bleed gamers dry, to have somebody associated with one of the most anticipated games on the planet come out and say that they basically should cost more because you get more hours of entertainment is a worrying statement. So they said that's an extremely wordy way of saying gamers should be paying more. However, while these controversial comments are distressing for the GTA fandom that's been waiting a decade for GTA 6, Zelnick has also said such a pricing system isn't obtainable. It doesn't necessarily mean that the industry has pricing power or wants to have pricing power. However, there is a great deal of value offered. So look, I guess this isn't too much different than arcades. I guess it's not too much different than an MMORPG, but people expect to buy Grand Theft Auto 6, and if they want to buy DLC, it should be optional. I don't know. How complete is this game going to be? I guess is my concern. Is this going to be a complete game, or is it going to be part of a game and you're going to keep paying and paying and paying and paying for this game? Because, look, it's been like, 10 years between 5 and 6. Just imagine, they've been selling the same GTA games now for well over a decade, various iterations, and some people buy it for like every console. But just imagine if they could get money out of everybody every month for the next 10 years and not have to release a new game. You don't think they're going to look into that? I think they're totally going to look into that. So this is coming from gamesindustry.biz. Strauss Zelnick didn't say games should be priced per hour, but is he right about their value? This is an opinion piece. The GTA 6 publisher repeats the view that premium video games offer good value for the money, if they're good games. Zelnick's answer actually doesn't suggest games should be priced hourly. That was my takeaway, but that is what is going to be taken or read into his comments. Again, anytime you have a CEO or a boss of a company make comments like that, gamers just hear themselves getting poorer. Like, crap, here it comes. Instead, his response is simply the same long-held view from executives in this business that video games are good value for the money because of the depth and, yes, length of the experience. Yeah, current year, to some degree, sure. I mean, I miss there being complete games on a cartridge or a disc, but I also think back to when I was a kid and Nintendo and Sega games, there were a lot of really bad games that cost $50 back then. And a lot of times you didn't have a way of knowing if a game was legit good or not because Nintendo Power lied. Every game was the best game ever, according to Nintendo Power. And your friends sometimes, we would swap games before you could rent games. We'd swap them. But you really didn't know what you're buying. You looked at the cover. You're like, hey, this looks pretty cool. It's got like an army guy on it, or a dude with a whip, or something like that. Looks pretty cool. And then you get the game. You're like, man, this is ass. This is just a terrible game. So Zelnick is speaking to the idea that video games are worth the asking price because of the amount of entertainment you're getting out of them. 80 hours of gameplay in GTA 5 for $60 is better than 2 hours for the Barbie movie for $12. That is true. But it's not just 80 hours in GTA 5. People have been playing GTA 5 for 10 years. It's like hundreds, if not thousands of hours, I'm sure, of GTA 5. Zelnick is talking about games generally. He's not arguing that Spider-Man 2 should be cheaper than Baldur's Gate 3 because of the length. But even so, is he right? Is the amount of hours of entertainment a major consideration for gamers when it comes to their value perception? It's worth noting that value is a complicated concept that differs by person, product, and brand. Ask a gamer what they think about buying a mobile game for $10 and how they feel about spending $70 on a console game, and you'll get a different answer. That is true. The flip side is when you charge more for a game, people's expectations are much higher. You charge $80 for a game. You charge $100 for a game. There are games out there that are $100 now. $100. Was it Mortal Kombat 1? It was like $100. You spend that much money for a game, you expect a complete, polished product. And, anymore, they're shipping incomplete games. Buggy, incomplete games that still want to charge you $10 for one fatality, for DLC. That's what pisses people off. Back in the day, you bought an RPG, they cost more than the other games because they're bigger games, The RPGs always cost more, for the most part, until we got to discs. And then, but when we're talking cartridges, the RPGs cost more because they're usually bigger games. They have battery backup. Sometimes they have strategy guides with them. And it was worth paying that because you knew the game was going to give you, hours and hours of enjoyment or frustration or whatever, but it wasn't going to be a walkthrough. So you knew you were going to be playing the game for a while. And, but anymore, it's like, you don't even know if you're getting a complete game for $70 or $80, right? So even shorter games, shorter than Zelda or Diablo 4 or Baldur's Gate, offer strong value. Shorter games offer strong value by Zelnick's measure. 18 hours of Mario at $60 still works out at under $3.50 an hour. There's a legit argument to be made that a parent would get a better deal buying that game for the family than they would taking the kids to see a Paw Patrol movie. That's true, but will they pay it? You know, because that's the thing. You throw a triple-digit price tag on a cartridge, on a game, on a download, and people are gonna be like, "What the hell? That is way too much money." You know, they said there's anecdotal evidence. One of my favorite examples is Super Mario 3D All-Stars on the Switch. This was a collection of 3 3D Mario games released in 2020. Yeah, it's a very, very good package, except for Mario Galaxy 2. I think Mario Galaxy 2 needed to be in it. There was criticism from fans and critics around the apparent lack of effort put into making the game, yet Nintendo still charged full price. The criticism was that Nintendo hadn't spent enough money or devoted enough resources to justify the cost, and yet there were 3 great games with a combined total of more than 80 hours of gameplay. I still play Mario 64 and Mario Galaxy to this day. I'm not a huge fan of Mario Sunshine. I thought it was kind of wonky for a Mario game, but Galaxy and Mario 64, I still play them every once in a while. The collection shifted 9 million copies in 3 months. For those 9 million, the value was in the length of the quality of the games, not in how much budget Nintendo spent on it. You know? So, yeah, I mean, he's not wrong, but I don't think it's going to go the way they think it's going to go. Now, he also says it's dangerous to assume what was true back then is still true today. Consoles and games are more expensive than they were 15 years ago. There's arguably better value entertainment out there. You can get thousands of hours of Disney films and TV for $8 a month versus $60 for a Mario game. So I don't know if, Disney movies are really a better value than Mario Wonder. Overall, I don't think the quality is quite there like it used to be. But you know what I'm saying? If you're a family, you're going to be like, yeah, we can either buy this video game or we can have like all this entertainment, But yeah, I don't know. To me, this feels like he is preparing people for the price gouging that's going to take place because they know that Grand Theft Auto 6 is one of the most anticipated video games in history. And, people will pay. If they say, hey, it's going to be $120 at launch, people will bitch and moan, but they'll buy it. They absolutely will buy it. Or, hey, it's $60 at launch for the bare bones version of the game, but we're going to, trickle out some DLC at $20, $30 a month for the next year or two. They will absolutely positively buy it. They will, because it's GTA. If it's good. If it sucks, I don't know. But I mean, this is the new reality. This is what happens when these games, the prices skyrocket, the cost of producing the games skyrockets. They cost as much as a Hollywood movie at this point. And there's too much money being left on the table. If you've got these people and you can charge them every month, why aren't you charging them every month? That's going to be the mindset. And they're going to look at like Netflix and they're going to look at Disney Plus and be like, yeah, we can charge, $60, $70 for the base game and then, gouge them another $8, $10, $12, $15, $20 a month for online play. And that's what will probably happen, or DLC or something. It's not going to be a one and done, guys. Trust me, this is not going to be a one and done. It's too big of a release. So I'm going to wrap this up. Please subscribe for more gaming news. We'll talk later. Thanks for watching. If you like this content and want to see more, please subscribe and ring the bell for notifications. And check out more videos on the channel, including Let's Plays in art and animation videos here on Clownfish Gaming.
Now he's just tasty, delicious, rotten flesh meat, which I can consume. Don't read into it too much.
Just like our museum, the cafe's open and Brewster is eager to serve.
I don't think this was in the show. Run. Oh, you got splatted.
No. Oh, wait.
She was begging and you kicked her in the face.
I don't care.
Hey guys, Squid King here, and today we're in a...
Not girl boss at all. She is not a material girl.
She is not. Oh, it's Christmas time here in your mom. Nobody wants to join your mom.
What?
Like I can't even cook kid cuisine right. I would last about 2 minutes with Gordon Ramsay.
What? Where is he?
He's hiding. He's hiding from you.
He better.
Oh my God, you got the axe.
Walker, does this look like Steven Universe? Let me punch him. Well, I'm just here for the wax.
Get in the dirt.
Well, that was a combination of events I probably shouldn't have put together. Anyways, let's open this bottle too.
Chica Pinata. Is that official?
Oh, no.
There's a bootleg.
Hello. Sorry.
Hey guys, it's Diamond Tool.
Let's make a farm.
Like and subscribe and buy my merch.
I mean, while you're here, you guys should like really like and subscribe and buy our merch, all of which we have.
That is true. Can't run them carrying trash. You can get away with one F-bomb per PG-13 movie.
I wish I'd known that sooner.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to wrap this effer up.
Yes.